Hi everyone, welcome to Glow with Grace. I wanted to do a little video update about another massive mandala project that I finished a few weeks ago. Check it out. Okay, so here's the finished mandala up on the wall. You can maybe get a sense for the scale of it. It's absolutely huge. And it was made completely with things that I found here on our land: seeds, shells, stones, and feathers. And it actually took me more than a year to complete from the point at which the template on the wood was done. And it was a year ago tomorrow that I actually stuck the first things onto it. So this feels like a very significant time for me, that this is all finally done and it's up there on the wall. And I really love this mandala. The colors are not colors that I would usually gravitate towards, especially black and red are some of my least favorite colors. But I really feel like this mandala represents for me so much of the energy of this last year, especially because of those colors. There has been a massive amount of death in our personal realities in this last year, which I'm not used to experiencing at all. And it's very interesting for me that I was producing this mandala at the same time, which feels like it really carries those energies with it. So many deaths around us in the last year, including, in fact, our ostrich, sadly, who these feathers that are on the mandala are from. From when I started the mandala, I felt like I was going to involve her feathers around the edge of the mandala, and I certainly never imagined that I would be doing that posthumously. So it's been a really, really intense year, and I feel like this mandala has been very kind of cathartic part of that whole process for me. And in fact, it's also been the year of the horse, which is in the Chinese calendar the year that I was born in. And I've since learned that apparently significant things often happen in your birth year when it comes back round again to the year that you were born in. And that definitely seems to be the case in my life. This last year has been very challenging, very life-changing, and I feel like this mandala is kind of the representation of all of that for me. So yeah, the rest of this video is going to be clips from the last year of making this to kind of show how it all came about. Hi everybody, it's the 12th of February 2014 and I am about to start filling in my next huge mandala, and I wanted to share it with you. Check it out. This is a really cool, simple mandala design that our friend Antonio did for me on a huge piece of plywood, and my intention is I'm going to stick on all these various things that I found on our land. Quartz crystals are all over the place here, bigger ones, smaller ones. This is the seeds of the soap nut. If you've ever encountered soap nut, soap nuts are really good for washing your clothes with. And the trees grow here, and these are the seeds. They're kind of like marbles. These are seeds from the potatillo tree, which they use for fencing here. These are snail shells, and these are feathers from our ostrich. So this is my plan. I'm going to start sticking these things on, and let's see where we get. Right, look at this. I'm very excited about this. And now I'm going to move on to the next layer. So now I just covered this in this amazing glue. This is one of the petals here, and I had extra on my finger, that's why that's covered there. It will get covered up at some point. And I am going to see about putting these incredible red potatillo seeds on this section. So here we go. Whee! Stick them down. All right, I'm gonna get this looking nice and we'll come back. Look at that. I just put this one into place. It's not dry yet. I only just stuck them all on there. But isn't it beautiful? I love it. I'm so excited. I love it. Look how cool this is. I love it. Well, look at that. I don't know about anybody else, but I just think that's absolutely stunning. I kind of just want to leave it like that. Except I made this big blotch here already that I want to cover up. And what a blessing to have these incredible red seeds here to work with that just like pop this whole thing, just really incredible color. I love it. I'm so excited. More later. Okay, it's actually August the 29th now. Yeah, sometimes things take me a really long time. But I've been working on this the last few days again, and this is where it's at right now. I think it's beautiful. I'm really excited about it. I'm not sure what part I'm going to do next. Might be the black seeds. Let's see. It's now December the 29th. 2014. This took me a really, really, really long time. Not because of the work itself, just long periods of not doing anything. And now it's almost the end of the year, and I really wanted to try to finish this before the year finished. So I just did a lot today, and I'm wondering if I'm going to finish now. Let's see what happens. All right, it is New Year's Eve and the last day of the year, and I got pretty far the other day when I was here. You can see how much of a difference there is. Almost done. There's just this section up there to fill in with shells, and a few other little areas that still want a few more shells filled in. And then I think my part of this is done. Let's see. Here it is! Yay! I finally finished! I'm so happy that it's finally done. And I love it. I think it's beautiful, even if I do say so myself. I just love that all this stuff comes from the land right here. And I guess the next thing is going to be getting it lacquered, because obviously like the seeds and stuff could start to rot. So I'm gonna get a layer of lacquer over the circle part. And then I think maybe it's gonna go over there on that wall, which doesn't look very big right now when you're looking at it from here, but it's a pretty huge space, and I'm hoping it's gonna fit in there. But I think the diameter is gonna be absolutely enormous because it's got these ostrich feathers on the 4 directions. So I don't know, we got to check that out. I guess I'll come back and show you that when we're ready with it. I'm just so glad that it's New Year's Eve, it's the end of the year, and my part of this just feels like it's really done. I wanted to share a few close-ups of some details. You can see all these shells. Most of them are the same kind of shape, but there's some really special curly-whirly ones that sometimes we can find around here as well. And so I positioned all of the ones that I had of those, layered over the ends of the ostrich feathers. So they're on the 4 directions. And then here at the top, I also have this huge shell. If you can see the difference in size of that to the others. This happens fairly regularly in our garden, actually, right outside our house. For some reason, we'll just suddenly find these enormous snail shells. And there are all kinds of sizes of snail shells, actually, but these ones are really very impressive. So I put that right at the top of the whole thing.